A very good evening. You're watching India Today with me, Nabila Jamal, and this is our top focus here. We're looking at a Dalit youth in Rajasthan who was beaten to death, and not a word of outrage coming in from the Congresses yet. A shocker coming in from Rajasthan, where this Dalit youth was seen beaten to death by a group of men in Rajasthan's Hanumangarh district over a love affair. In fact, the video of this assault here is making rounds on social media. It's now gone viral, and in this video, a man is seen brutally thrashed, and then his dead body is thrown outside his residence. The BJP has launched now a scathing attack on the Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, his government, while Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore from the BJP has questioned law and order situation. Dushant Kumar Gautam there questions Priyanka's silence on the death, drawing parallels to Lakhimpur Kheri violence. Further adding to the political face-off, BSP chief Mayawati also condemns the killing of the Dalit youth, questioned why the Congress High Command has remained silent on the matter.
मारपीट करके हत्या कर दी है। इस संदर्भ में मुकदमा दर्ज कर लिया है और मुलजिमों की तलाश के लिए टीम में भिजवाई जाती है। लगभग 11 मुलजिम दिखाए हैं और कितना ही वो तफ्तीश में आएगा, कितने मुलजिम थे, कितने नहीं थे, कंफर्म और देगा कितने वास्तव में कितने।
अभी ये उत्तर प्रदेश में गए हुए थे, गले लग रहे थे। एक विधवा बेचारी वो महिला जिसका पति मारा गया, उसके गले लग रहे थे। बड़ी अच्छी बात है, लगना चाहिए। लेकिन राजस्थान में भी एक दलित मारा गया है, उसकी माँ को कौन गले लगेगा? पंजाब के अंदर किसानों के लिए पिटाई हुई, उसको कौन बेचारे किसानों को देखेगा? आपके कुछ राजस्थान के अंदर किसान पिटाए हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ के अंदर किसान पिट रहे हैं। अगर ये वहाँ पे यूपी के अंदर घूम घूम के गले लग रहे हैं, 84 के दंगों की विधवा भी बहुत हैं, क्या उनके गले लगने के लिए गए क्या?
आए दिन वीडियो आप सोशल मीडिया पे देखेंगे, राजस्थान के अंदर पूरा कानून व्यवस्था गुंडों के हवाले कर दी है। राजस्थान की सरकार केवल नाम की सरकार है, काम की सरकार नहीं है। इनका ध्यान सिर्फ दो चीजों के ऊपर है। एक, किस तरह से उनकी सत्ता बनी रहे, और दूसरा, केंद्र में उनके लीडर उनसे किस तरह से खुश रहे।
ये घटना अलग है, उस घटना से जोड़कर देखना बिल्कुल गलत है। यदि किसी भी दलित पर, किसी भी वर्ग पर राजस्थान में अपराधी कोई अपराध करेगा, बचेगा नहीं, जेल जाएगा। 302 में जेल में जाएगा, 307 में जेल, किसी को छोड़ती नहीं राजस्थान सरकार। यहाँ पे तो अपराधियों ने अपराध घटित किया और वहाँ पे सरकार के प्रतिनिधि अपराध कर रहे हैं।
In the brutal murder case of a Dalit in Hanumangarh district's Pilibanga, the police so far has arrested 5 of the 11 accused. However, with the BJP and the Congress levelling allegations and counter-allegations over the matter, perhaps the political temperature will continue to rise in the run-up to the Uttar Pradesh elections. With Nikhil Sharma, Devankur Vadhavan in Jaipur, India Today.
All right, let me quickly cut across to Tom Vadakan, BJP spokesperson, joining us. We also have our Congress spokesperson who will be connected in just a few minutes from now. But Mr. Vadakan, here is a Dalit boy who was beaten to death mercilessly, and not a word of objection or outrage coming in from the Congress High Command. That's, of course, what the BJP has said, and extensively we've seen Priyanka Gandhi campaigning in Uttar Pradesh, making Lakhimpur Kheri violence the center stage. She has expressed outrage time and again, but so far there hasn't been a word on what's happened in Rajasthan.
Well, Nabila, the deafening silence from the Congress High Command, whether the brother or sister is going to visit that place, is something that is intriguing. While in UP, where they don't have a government, they're there, and it becomes a photo opportunity. You saw her sweeping the floor, and I'm happy that she was sweeping the floor, because you see that she is complimenting us with Swachh Bharat, you know. So I don't want to go into all the side stories, but this is shocking, a sight of a man being brutally killed. The Chief Minister's silence and the Congress High Command silence is extraordinary. But let me put something on record. Rajasthan has increased 10.8% of crimes against Dalit. The NCRB crime record says 47.47 increase in Dalits, attacks on Dalits in the period of 2018. And 37.7 record in Rajasthan was against SC. Nabila, it's a sad story. And if the Congress counterpart comes and tells us some diversionary stories that apples and oranges cannot be, compared, It is there for the whole world to see. 4 of the people killed were farmers, LS farmers. The other 4 that were killed were BJP workers. So life that is lost.
As much as you raise objection, and people have raised objection on the lynchings of BJP workers, but there's been no quick action from the Yogi government either. It took 6 days for them to even summon Ajay Mishra's son, who is the union minister. On moral grounds, ideally the union minister for home should be resigning until the investigation completes, so that it's a free and fair investigation. So leaving that aside, I'm going to come to you, Mr. Vadakkan. I have Adil Singh Boparai, Congress spokesperson, also joining us. Adil, it's now about time that the Congress answers. Is this selective outrage? And this is what we see time and again. When there's something that happens in a Congress ruled state, you see mum silence, not a word of objection that comes forward. And here is a Dalit man who was brutally, mercilessly beaten to death. We have no word from the Congress High Command, not even condemning it, but she's using Lakhimpur Kheri as her poll bugle in Uttar Pradesh. Is it just a election gimmick?
Well, Nabila, please give me some time to respond to the outlandish allegation made by my former colleague, Mr. Vadakkan.
Yeah.
Number one, you're drawing a wrong comparison. Hanumangarh incident is a case where swift action has been taken. All the accused persons have been arrested, and it is not the case of the aggrieved family that the state machinery in any manner whatsoever tried to defend the accused person. Point number one. Point number two, whether it was Lakhimpur Kheri, whether it was Hathras, or the rapist called Kuldeep Sengar, there was a systematic attempt by the state machinery to manipulate evidence, to push the issue under the carpet, and to somehow protect the accused person. In Lakhimpur Kheri, the prime accused is the son of the junior minister. This is not the case in Hanumangarh. So therefore, the comparison is incorrect. What really has to be discerned is whether the state machinery has quickly taken action or not. It is the most unfortunate incident which has taken place. But the question arises is that the police action is independent, non-partisan and objective. Unlike the case of Hathras, where the victim was hurriedly cremated. Unlike the case of Unnao, where witnesses were bumped off despite them pointing it out to the police that they're under threat. Unlike in Lakhimpur Kheri, where there was police action as pointed out by you for 6 days. So therefore, this is the distinction which has to be drawn. I can understand
Adil, in that case, you have goons on the prowl harassing Dalits. Goons on the prowl harassing Dalits, which you always try to uphold Dalit rights. You're always, of course, you have been constantly attempting at praising Dalit rights. You've been speaking on those grounds constantly. And at a time like this, when a Dalit man has been brutally beaten, you have goons on the prowl. You don't want to compare it to the Lakhimpur violence only because it's a high-profile case and this is not.
You are again drawing the wrong comparison. Is it anybody's case that the Rajasthan government is trying to protect the accused person? The answer is a capital no. There was swift action within 6 hours. Hear me out, please, Nabila. Hear me out. It is not the case of the aggrieved family that the Rajasthan government is trying to defend the accused persons. Whereas it is the case of the aggrieved families in Lakhimpur that the state machinery was protecting the accused persons. This is a fundamental distinction. Please understand, a crime anywhere in the country must be effectively ensure that justice is done. But here is not a case that where there is police ineptitude or police inaction. There's been swift action. The state is not protecting anybody. Whereas in Uttar Pradesh, time and again, Yogi Adityanath and Narendra Modi have protected the accused persons. This is the fundamental distinction. Maybe Vadakkan doesn't understand, but I'm sure you'll be able to appreciate this point.
Mr. Vadakkan, please respond.
Mr. Adil, I was never your colleague. You came in after I joined. After I joined the BJP, you were never heard of in the Congress. But let me make that note clear that we were never colleagues. Now, as far as your understanding of the law goes, it's a poor state of affairs. The man you're accusing of the crime is in jail right now. Now, the point here is the Chief Minister has not spoken. The great dynasts have not spoken. And what is it? Whenever there is something happening in another state, you rush by helicopter, take a flight. The brother wants to reach there first, or the daughter wants to reach there. Priyanka reaches there, is locked up because she was trying to create a situation there. And you say that the state is protecting people? You have an MOS's son in jail for 14 days. What more do you want? Hathras, they're all in jail. And crime doesn't happen. You can't solve a crime in minutes. You have to take cognizance of the legal system.
No, but the delay is what is being questioned, Mr. Vadakkan. The minutes is a different story, but the delay, if it was a regular person or a regular man, by now, just based on suspect of murder, he would have been arrested immediately. Case would have been investigated, arrests would have been made. But 6 days on, 8 people dead, no arrest, and then finally the Supreme Court had to intervene.
Supreme Court has raised issues. We have answered that. Now, when you want to be the jury, the judge, and decide on who is the crime, you have to go through a proper investigation. The due process of law has to be. This is not a kangaroo court that you catch up somebody and put him in jail and say, well, you beat him up and say, well, he is responsible. You have to follow the rule of the law. And you have the man in arrest, he is for 14 days in judicial custody. And you have a lawyer coming in saying, well, we are protecting criminals. That is your language. That is your style of functioning. You're doing that in Rajasthan. You caught up anybody and you put them in jail. Has there been a due process of law? Have you investigated the matter? Why are your leaders silent on this issue? This is what the country wants to know. I have quoted NCRB evidence. 47.47% Dalit attacks on Dalits after your Honorable Chief Minister took charge.
Well, Adil, it's a fact. In the last 3 months itself, we've reported cases of Dalit violence. So, what has the Congress party done? Why don't we see the same party raise objections in their own Congress ruled state? Get your house in order first.
Nabila, you'll appreciate, forget what Mr. Vadakkan has said. He has most certainly lost his objectivity, and I hope for his very vociferous defense, he gets something from the BJP. I hope he doesn't continue to remain a non-entity in the BJP. But that's besides the point. The issue here is whether the state is protecting the accused persons or not. That's the nub of the matter. The nub of the matter, why did Priyanka Gandhi ji go to Lakhimpur Kheri? She went because the state was actively protecting the accused persons. This is not the case in Hanumangarh. Please appreciate, forget the somersaulter, Mr. Vadakkan. Please appreciate that there was swift police action. There was no lethargy shown by the police. All the accused persons have been arrested. It is not the case of the bereaved family that the state is providing any kind of protection. But whether it was Hathras or it was Kuldeep Sengar or it is Lakhimpur Kheri more particularly, even the Supreme Court has said that why are you using kid gloves to deal with a minister's son? There can't be different yardsticks. If there is a 302 case, then you must take action swiftly. The law must apply equally. There is no allegation that the accused persons are being protected. This is the matter.
We don't have a Kangaroo court. We have to go through the due process.
We have hear me out. Don't interrupt.
I'm hearing you out, and I'm saying that's what I'm replying. We don't have a Kangaroo court.
Please keep quiet. You're a non-entity in the BJP. Please keep quiet.
Don't interrupt because you're raising manners which are irrelevant. You question my position in the BJP. I belong to the highest body of the BJP, that is the National Executive. I am a permanent member. Now ask about yourself. Ask about yourself. Where are you?
It is not about Tom Vadakkan's failed political career. Please hear me out. The debate is not
about my career. You raised it, I am giving you a fitting reply. You raised it, I am giving you a fitting reply.
Please allow me to complete. What is the debate on? Is the debate on Tom's failed political career?
Well, Adil, we can clearly hear you. You go on uninterrupted. Please go on.
Please understand what the issue here is. Like I said, it is nobody's case that the state is protecting the accused persons. Whereas in Lakhimpur Kheri, the Supreme Court has lamented. What more do you need? The Supreme Court of this country, the apex court of this country has lamented how the minister's son, how the accused persons are being treated with kid gloves. Why were there no arrests? Similarly in Hathras, the victim's body was hurriedly cremated.
To that effect, considering the apex court has stepped in, then it's now time for the Congress to take a back seat. But you have Priyanka Gandhi going on a complete tour of Uttar Pradesh, promising action and justice. And she goes to Varanasi. She makes that the poll plank. She spins the whole Hindutva angle. She speaks of a Navratra fast. It all is clubbed together. It's not like she's speaking on Lakhimpur violence alone. She's making a
solidarity. Is it a crime if the failed BJP spokesperson wants to go to Hanumangarh? He is most welcome to go to Hanumangarh.
No, we're not.
Families will push him out.
Everyone's free to go wherever they want to, but we're saying that this is a high-pitched political drama that we see with Lakhimpur becoming center stage.
What are we discussing today? In Hanumangarh, there's been swift political...
Adil, the police is doing its duty. Lakhimpur is a sensitive zone. Do you think it's necessary for the Congress party leaders to be taking a parade one after the other? You had very recently Navjot Singh Sidhu wanting to take a parade there. He was stopped by the border.
Nabila, you will appreciate. Please ask the gentleman to keep quiet. You will
appreciate. Yeah, Mr. Vadekar, just hold on. I'll come to you.
Why is he jumping? He's not going to get a Rajya Sabha ticket. Please, hear the other person.
You try and get it.
Nabila, you will appreciate that had it not been for the efforts of Priyanka Gandhi ji, had it not been for the efforts of the Congress party, this issue would have been brushed under the carpet. We stand with the farmers. It is not a crime to express solidarity. It is not a crime to speak up for the downtrodden, for protest. The issue here is whether the state is defending the accused persons or not. In Uttar Pradesh, the state was defending the accused persons. This is not the case in Hanumangarh. Please put this question to the failed BJP spokesperson.
All right, I'll put that question to him. Mr. Vadekar has been keen on saying, Mr. Vadekar, please go on. This is the allegation that most of the opposition parties across the country have been making, that the BJP-ruled states, particularly Uttar Pradesh, somehow the high and mighty get away. And here you have the Minister of State for Home, Ajay Mishra Teni's son, who's been arrested. Don't you think on moral grounds he should now step down momentarily until investigation is complete, so that investigation takes place free and fair? This is more of a reason for the Congress to be jumping in and screaming on the poll bugle, making that almost the poll plank.
Well, congressmen and their spokesmen can say anything. The land, we believe the law of the land will prevail. The accused has been arrested. A 14-day judicial custody has been taken. His interrogation will happen. And if he is guilty, anything can happen. Why do you want us to predict somebody's resignation because it suits you? And if this lawyer thinks he is speaking in Rajya Sabha, which he thinks he'll get, forget it. 10 generations of his team will wait. So
right. I mean, not getting personal on both ends. I think we've got to, please reserve your comments on that. But this is high time. Lakhimpur Kheri incident, of course, has been taken up by the police with an arrest finally made after 6 days. Mr. Vadekar, this is exactly the question that's resonating all over. He is Minister of State for Home. The police, the crime department comes under the Home Department at a time like this. Don't you think?
Ajay Mishra Teni, after this incident, will the Chief Minister of Rajasthan step down after what is happening to the Dalits? Will the Chief Minister...
Adil, please respond to that.
On the crime, the special legal amendment on child marriage, which has been introduced. Will he answer that question? Will the Chief Minister resign? Will the Chief Minister resign?
Mr. Somersaulted, I will answer that question. Hear me out. Nabila, to your pertinent point, and I'm so glad that you flagged this issue. The cadre controlling authority for all IPS officers, maybe this gentleman doesn't know, the cadre controlling authority for all IPS officers in this country is the Ministry of Home. Mr. Mishra is the junior minister.
The law and order. Law and order,
all right.
Is there not a shadow of doubt over the investigation process? Number one.
Law and order is controlled by the state.
Please hear the other person out.
All right, Mr. Vadekar, Adil, we know that this debate is going to continue, but we're hoping that the Congress party, as aggressive as it is in Uttar Pradesh currently, condemning the Lakhimpur violence, ensuring that they want to give justice to the farmers, well enough, fair enough, it's great, but what about their own backyard? It's about time that Dalits are treated with respect in Rajasthan. Cases against Dalit, crime against Dalit is on the rise, and we're waiting for a word coming in from the Congress High Command. Thank you very much, our panelists, for joining us. Thank you for watching.